Buzz. Arguing for the end of adult marijuana prohibition is easy because we have facts, science, reason, compassion, evidence, truth, and logic on our side. It is even easier when researchers catalog it all for us. Learn how to gather the facts on marijuana use, arrests, seizures, rehabs, drug tests, and more in this edition of Drug War Data Mining.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Drug War Data Mine. And of course, on my mind and on a lot of people's minds lately is the death of Eric Garner, the man who was killed by a New York police officer using a prohibited chokehold. The man died of suffocation. It was ruled a homicide, and we have video of the guy that killed him, but there's no charges being brought. And we'll discuss that a little bit later in the Radical Rant. But right now I wanted to focus on part of what helped to kill Eric Garner. And that is overtaxation. We are talking about cigarettes here. What Eric Garner was alleged to have been doing out front of that convenience store is selling what are called loosies. Loosies just means loose cigarettes, right? This is when someone takes a pack of cigarettes and they sell them, one at a time. Right. And the problem, of course, is that, gets around cigarette taxes. It allows somebody to make a black market living. Basically, he got busted. He was being investigated for being an illegal cigarette dealer. Now, that kind of shocked me because where I'm from, Idaho, and most of the smokers I know, I could have never found anyone who would want to buy a single cigarette. In fact, it's very common among the smokers I know to say, hey man, you got a cig? Can I bum a cig? And people just give them away. So it was weird to me to try to wrap my mind around the idea of buying a single cigarette until I took a look at this website. This is a website, this is the International Business Times, and it put together a color-coded interactive map of cigarette taxation and price throughout the United States. Now, as you're looking at this map, the darker red a state is, the higher their state tax on cigarettes is, from a low of 17 cents a pack to a high of $4.35 a pack. Now, this can have greatly disparate impacts on the price of the cigarettes. My home state is Idaho. Clicking on Idaho tells us that a pack of cigarettes costs about $5.25, and the excise tax is 57 cents on a pack. So not much profit in trying to sell them individually. If a pack's $5, there's 20 to a pack. What are you talking about there? 25 cents a cigarette? So, not much money that you could make on that. But just across the border here in Oregon, a pack of cigarettes is 10 cents more. The excise tax is $1.31. But in Washington state, they have very, very high cigarette taxes, as I'm told by my tobacco smoking friends. And there, the tax on cigarettes is $3.03 a pack. A pack of smokes costs $8.32. So clearly, someone here on the border between Idaho and Washington could make a whole bunch of money buying cigarettes for $5 and a quarter and selling them at $8.32. There's $3 worth of profit in there. $3 worth of difference. Now, New York City specifically, where Eric Garner was killed. In New York, a pack of cigarettes costs $14.50. $14.50. I can damn near get 3 packs of cigarettes in Idaho for what it costs to get a pack of cigarettes in New York. By comparison, you take a state like Kentucky, a pack of cigarettes is less than $5. In North Carolina and Virginia, a pack of cigarettes is close to $6. That presents an entirely different circumstance. And these two places are not that far apart. In fact, it is quite lucrative to drive down there to Virginia or maybe North Carolina, $5.14 a pack in North Carolina, load up a van full of smokes and take it back up there to New York where you can sell them at $14.50 a pack. Even if you undercut that tax by $4 and sell them at $10 a pack, you're still making an incredible profit. It is long past time for us to stop trying to use taxation as a means of controlling the morality and what vices our citizens might choose to engage in. I am all for regulation. I'm all for taxation to the point where it keeps the product safe and pays for the regulation. But any taxes above what it costs in social costs, in healthcare costs, those are punitive taxes. Those are sin taxes, and they can only lead to sinful behavior. In this case, the murder of a man who was trying to sell a few loose cigarettes.